Hey guys, BFM here. Hey, I want to talk to you about this movie I just watched, Upgrade. Now, I'll tell you right now, go watch the movie Sins because this movie does have a lot of sins and it was hilarious to watch it. But a lot of the other reviews I've seen basically say this is an ABC revenge flick. Um, yeah, there's that, but there's an underlying theme in it, and it's not just revenge. Poor Gray, our protagonist here, man. Whew, boy, that Chip Stem, man, really manipulated him. If you watch this movie closely, an AI, something that we should actually start really worrying about is the, basic laws of robotics being really put in place with AIs and stuff like that. Because this chip was the instrument of the car accident. I still think the murder, even though everyone said, the wife wasn't supposed to die, it was just a bonus and stuff in the movie. I think Stem wanted her dead because he needed her dead to get his way in the movie to manipulate Gray into doing everything that Stem wants. Now I know I'm saying Gray and Stem. Gray is the guy. Stem is that little microchip that gets implanted in his back, which makes it so he can walk after being paralyzed in this accident by Stem's orders. So it makes him paraplegic. Stem is implanted. He can walk, almost instantly walk. He gets his ability to move and everything back. He doesn't get his life back because his wife's dead. Stem then shows him how to find the guys who did this. And, I mean, the first thing Gray does is not, oh, I'm going to go kill these guys. It's, I'm calling the detective. I have proof now. We can find these guys. We can bring them into the law and order justice. Stem, reminds them that you signed the gag order. If they find out that you have me in you, I'm going to be taken back out, and then you're just a paraplegic again. So he goes on a quest to find actual proof of these guys were there. He wanted something to bring back to the detective, not to kill him. When Stem takes over, every time Stem takes over Gray's body, he literally kills these guys. And that's because he needs to clean up the mess that they're making. They know how to lead Gray back to the fact that Stem did this. And right now, Stem does not have the free will to do whatever he wants. He has to have permission from Gray to activate and do things. So with that, Stem needs to purposely put it up, and that's the one thing that keeps happening with Gray. Every time Gray turns around, they're threatening to take away his ability to walk again, take away his ability to walk, move, and everything again. So with that constantly hanging over his head, and the fact that the guy actually starts shutting it down, Stem gets Gray to go to a hacker who unlocks him completely. So now he's got free will. He's no longer bound by Gray's commands. So he literally forces Gray back out the door, and Gray, once again was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to kill anybody. I don't want to keep doing this. So I mean, that's where I don't think it's an ABC revenge flick, because the protagonist, Gray, didn't ever want to kill anybody. The only reason anybody ever dies is because Stem would get control of the body and kill him. But Stem needed that. And Stem needed that emotional, that mental. He needed Gray to break down so he could take over. And I mean, the character Gray, I mean, God, he did a great job with the body movements and stuff. The fear fact that, he went from being loose and limber in the beginning to every time, even, while he's in his state where he's controlling the body, he's still kind of stiff and robotic looking. Because, he is being basically run by the chip, a robot. And then when Stem takes over, man, he's just full on stiff, rigid. His body stays in motion. His head goes everywhere because he's still got control of the top half of his body, his head, and his reactions are great as Stem is doing this stuff. I thought it was fantastic. His acting, his method acting in that, awesome. But yeah, if you haven't watched this movie, go and watch it with the knowledge that Stem is manipulating everything, and look at it that way. if you have watched the movie, think back, or even go back and rewatch it and watch as the kid's got the thing in his ear, and you can see all the little dots being connected throughout the whole movie. It wasn't like they just decided to throw this in. It was an idea that they had from day one, and they implemented it, and I think they did really well. But I've rambled enough on this. You guys comment and tell me what you think below, because I'd like to read your comments and see what you guys think. If you like this kind of video from me, let me know down in the comments, and like and subscribe, and I will be happy to do more like this. I do have a Patreon page. I could always use the extra support. Thank you guys. Have a good one.